Do you want to know how to research content ideas for YouTube videos? Sometimes we just have no idea what to make our next video on. In today's video, we're going to be going over several ways to get ideas for your next YouTube video, so don't miss a second. Welcome to Entrepreneur's Toolbox. My name is Jonathan Dunkerley, and I'm here to help you find the tools to build an income online. New videos go up every week, so make sure that you like, subscribe, and ring the bell so you get notified every time that a new video goes live. So here's the question. What if you have no ideas? In Morning Fame, there's a few things that you could do to get ideas. They give you some suggestions, but what if you have no idea? And this is the number one thing that most people completely overlook. The YouTube search bar. YouTube is what? It is a search engine. If you could find out what people are already searching for, and you could find it out from the platform that you're trying to grow on, you could use things like vidIQ. That's why I love vidIQ. It will tell you the competition and all those different things. So they're tools that I think are vital. But if you could find out what it is, it autofills. Look, I just typed in how to do keyword art, and for YouTube, what do you know? That's one of the most common things that search for keyword research on YouTube. I didn't even type in for YouTube. So think about those things, and then you could dive deeper into it and even find maybe possibly a longer string keyword and do some research. This is a great resource. If you've never heard of this, Answer the Public. Sometimes you just have no idea what you're going to make your video about, trying to answer questions that people already have. That's the kind of the idea behind YouTube. You want to create content before the person asks the question. But then you could find out if people have already been asking this question, then you could serve the people that are going to ask the question again. I just typed in, so in this example, YouTube video ideas, and it gave me something like this. Different are statements, how statements, where statements. What are YouTube video ideas? Like different things like that. And this may not even be the end all of how you do your video or like what you're gonna do your video on, but it could just trigger those things that you will get that idea that you never even thought of. And then another one example, Quora. Quora is a great place. People are asking these questions. And the thing that I love about Quora, to get these ones that are on the screen right now, I just typed in the word YouTube. The next morning I woke up and I had a bunch of emails from Quora with similar questions. Like, yeah, I mean, some people don't want a bunch of emails, but all those questions that came in my email were like, oh, wow, these are all great video ideas. I know you get ideas off Quora too, right, Sophie?
I mean, Quora is a great place to get ideas. As people ask questions, you can find the questions. And as you said, Jonathan, I mean, once we start answering a few questions, people will actually ask, at least for me, they've asked me directly a question. And as you say, then we get emails, and so it's a mine. It's a gold mine of information, really. And we can be positioned as an authority as well. By the way, it's a good, but it's a great place to get ideas.
Facebook groups. It doesn't have to be yours. I can go hang out in Sophie's Facebook group and steal all her people's ideas. No, I'm not going to do that. But you can go to anybody. It could be some super big Facebook group, and you don't need to worry. You just ask a question. Hey, you can also just sit in there and look at the questions that people are asking. And if you know the answer, make a video. And the next time that somebody asks that question, you can say, hey, go check out my YouTube channel. I actually made a video that answers this exact question. If there's one person asking the question, there's going to be somebody else asking that same exact question. So you may be able to serve that person, but you're going to serve somebody.
If I may just add, Jonathan, as well, I mean, Facebook groups, particularly big Facebook groups, sometimes you see someone asks a question, or says something, I'm having trouble with this. And then you see a string of comments and people are all saying, yes, I'm struggling with this too, or I don't know how to do this either. And that gives you a great indication that it's a good question that, many people are struggling with. Happens more in bigger groups, of course, but that's just search for the questions, see how many comments there are, and you're onto a good topic for a video.
You're like, oh man, I have no audience. It doesn't have to be your audience. Go see what somebody in a similar niche as you, the questions that are being asked, and you can serve somebody else's audience, and then they become your audience, because that's basically how this all works. We serve people and we share audiences because people will pick who they want to follow. And this is another one. I mean, this is a newer app, and I love this app personally. Clubhouse. Clubhouse is a great way because you can just go into Clubhouse and recommend your videos, but you could also just go into Clubhouse and listen to the questions that people answered. Like earlier today, we were doing a Clubhouse Q&A question, like a Q&A on YouTube, and people were asking questions. And it's like, just because it's obvious to me, sometimes we are cursed with knowledge. We are cursed with knowledge.
Clubhouse is also fairly new, and but as Jonathan says, I mean, it's a great place where you could, you can share ideas. You can, if you have precisely like we do a Q&A room, that gives a great opportunity to serve people.
Going into those rooms and actually getting ideas is a great way to actually come up with, like we're talking about keyword research. It will give you ideas. Maybe it's just something, and you can go to things like Answer the Public or different things to get longer string ideas for your keywords from resources like this. This is another one. I'm going to actually bring this one up. I wanted to show people. It's a tool that I've used. It's called a headline analyzer tool. I love this tool. If you've never used it, it's just, the website is just headlines.coschedule.com. And then there's options for the headline. So I'll give you an example. I'm going to put in the keyword for this video. So I'm just using this video that you're watching right now as an example. So I'm going to hit analyze. And what it does is I'm going to click it so it gives me the SEO score as well. You could look at the headline. A powerful thing about this is it shows you, did you hit these certain words? There's power words, things like that. And maybe it will give you ideas for, oh, if I use this word instead of this word, then you can go back to things like YouTube or vidIQ or Morning Fame or TubeBuddy and just go like, oh, what if I use this word? Then you dive in. It's like, oh, wow, this word is actually also being searched for. And the things that you never knew people were searching for, this is one great tool. And then you can click on SEO tool, and it's actually going to show you the search. This is completely free as well. This is something that's also in vidIQ and TubeBuddy. But look, average monthly search. It's a lot of people searching for this term that I'm making this video on. But search competition, there's not a lot of people making content for this term. That's the idea. I found something and I went to this. This is another, I guess the best way to put it is it's another thing that's reassuring that I made a good decision on my keyword.
Yeah, I must say you make such a good point, Jonathan, and I want to emphasize this because at one point I didn't realize this. You have to have the two things, especially when you're a smaller YouTube channel. You have to have enough people searching for it, but not too much content already produced on the topic. So that you have a chance to rank for it, right? And if you find that sweet spot, then that's brilliant.
I'll show you this example. So we were talking about keyword research for YouTube. How about that? That's a shorter keyword, right? So we're going to reanalyze it. Look at that. Much lower headline score. Let's check the SEO score. Oh wow, look at that. 35. Now we're going to go beyond. Here's the issue. It's farther towards the red. Yes, people are searching for it. That's great, but it's farther towards the red. So I am not going to get as much potential exposure because I have so much more competition. So many other people targeting this particular word. And then the thing is, this keyword research for YouTube, maybe I rank for it, but it's included in my long string keywords, so it doubles up my possibilities. So there are so many ways to get amazing ideas for your content. Use these tips when researching your next video. How do you get content ideas for your YouTube videos? Let us know in the comments. If you want to grow on YouTube, check out this video next. If you got value, be sure that you like, subscribe, and ring the bell, and I will see you in the next one.